welcome back to my channel. Honestly, it's been a while. I know it's never intentional. I had a project I embarked on this July, and it's something I needed to do, and it kept me so busy. I hardly had time for myself, honestly. So that was why I've not been able to talk to you guys. And as some of you know, I had a baby last August. He's about 10 months old. So yeah, probably we may hear him in the background cry or something. Apologies, guys. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to finish and go attend to him. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back. Even though I went on this short break, yet none of you unsubscribed. Like, you guys are amazing, honestly. Thank you so much for your support. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. This is Ami Virtue Host, and my name is Ami. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about my experiences birthing in Canada versus Norway. I got a call from a friend the other day, and he was asking me about my experiences birthing in Canada. And I was like, oh yeah, that's true. I think I will just make a video on this topic. So yes, yeah, first of all, let's put up our disclaimer. This is not a legal advice or a health related advice. It's just my experience, like, you know, to encourage those that want to relocate to either of these countries. And yeah, even Europe in general. I think Norway can be applicable as well. So thank you guys for always coming to check back, and welcome. I'm happy to have you in this family. We inspire each other with our experiences, and yeah, we try to encourage each other. We share experiences. Like, I've lived in Norway for almost 7 years before I moved to Canada. I've lived in Canada for almost 4 years now. So first of all, my perspective is going to be a little bit different because I didn't birth as an international. Regarding costs and expenses, like, I had a permanent residency in Norway and in Canada here. So I had my 2 children in Norway, my first 2 kids in Norway, and I had number 3 in Canada. Talking about the costs, it's totally free. From the pregnancy experience, from the pregnancy up to the delivery, and even postnatal care is totally free. As long as you have in Norway and in Canada, as long as you have a little baby growing inside you, it's free for you. Antenatal care and what have you. Let me remind you again that Canada and Norway have a universal healthcare system. Unlike the US, where private organization combined with insurance organization and even government or county or state government to form a hospital. But here, the healthcare system is directly regulated by the government, including Norway. For Norway, you're entitled to stay in the hospital for 3 days. So as long as you have your 11-digit number, and then yeah, you're entitled for that coverage. You give birth, and most mothers find it wonderful because those 3 days, they typically relax, no interruption from the older kids if you have older kids, or maybe if your parents are not able to come and help, or maybe it's just your spouse, then yeah, you have this support from the pediatric nurses. If you want to rest, yeah, different healthcare practitioners will come and attend to you and your baby, do the physical check, the blood work, and all that. So for that 3 days, you're in the hospital bonding with your baby, you know, relaxing. You're served when you're hungry. So for Norway, you either stay in the mother and baby units, or the hotel room owned by the hospital. So there's an hotel connected to the hospital for Stavanger Sykehus. So Stavanger Sykehus is the hospital in Stavanger. It's like the general hospital in Stavanger, in the parts where I live. So this hospital has a big hotel attached to it. So it's mainly like a recovery hotel room for mothers. They just attached to the hospital building. So yeah, you'll be sent there, and then yeah, you stay there for 3 days. I've had experience staying in both places. Yeah, I found it typically the same service. So for mother and baby unit, if it's your first child, you may want to be there just to be able to be closer to the pediatric nurses or to the postnatal care nurses or to your gynecologist or whoever you need at any point in time. So you're able to call them for assistance. Even if you're in the hospital as well, you can also ring them to come and attend to you as well, and they come very fast. So that is it for the recovery room. After delivery, you are transferred there. And also bear in mind that in Norway, if you give birth with cesarean section, CS, you are expected to stay in the hospital for a week, a whole week. So yeah, that is it for recovery. And then yeah, I think when it comes to care, they are very caring, of course, and they are friendly. So yeah, that is it for Norway as well. And yeah, everything is regulated, and yeah, you're served. If you're in the hospital hotel room, you're served meal. You can be asked to even go to the buffet if you want to walk around with your baby. You go downstairs, there's this freshly made buffet that will make you feel like you're not in the hospital. You would think you're in a hotel. You know, you're not served like the typical hotel, the typical hospital meal that you get, and you're able to recover fast. You're able to eat whatever you want. It's a freshly made buffet, and yeah, packed with vitamins and mineral. So yeah, you place order or you go select whatever you want to eat. So that is it for Norway. They have a very good service. And yeah, for Canada, when it comes to care, I would say they are down to earth. Yeah, the nurses have good bedside manners. Most people have wonderful experience giving birth in Canada, and which I also did. But you are expected to stay in the hospital in Canada for only 24 hours. So 24 hours for normal delivery. I think for CS it's also 24 hours, but you have a solid follow-up routine. And yeah, it could be 2 days, but it has to be 1 night for Canada. The services are very good as well. The food is not like the one you will find in the hotel, like I mentioned before. Is the hospital served meal. Yeah, it's okay. You have a variety to select from and order from for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah, it was okay. But yeah, for the both experiences, when it comes to relaxation, bonding with your baby, having time for yourself, having your me time with your baby, I'll choose Norway. And when it comes to care and bedside manners and friendliness from the nurses, from the midwife, I will choose Canada. And if you ask me to choose both, I think I will choose Canada as well, because for Canada, I also noticed that they have seasoned gynecologists in Canada. So that is a very good one for them. Yes, there are good gynecologists in Norway as well, but what I mean is these gynecologists in Canada have dealt with various different kinds of women, you know. So yeah, it's they are well seasoned and they were well experienced. The difference is that you're referred to either a gynecologist or a midwife in Canada. while in Norway, you're only referred to a midwife. So you don't get to see a gynecologist unless there is need for you to see a gynecologist. That's when you can only see once. They only refer you to a jordmor, which is a midwife in Norway. But for in Canada, you are asked to select. In fact, my family doctor asked me specifically if I want a midwife service or I want a gynecologist service in Canada. And I was like, okay, let me go for a gynecologist. I think that is better. So, but in Norway, your first leg, that's your family doctor, will send you to your midwife directly after 16 weeks. So that is one big difference between the two countries during pregnancy. For postnatal care, I had my third baby during the pandemic, so there was no follow-up in my home. But before pandemic, they usually follow up with you in your home. I think some pediatric nurses will come and visit you. But for Norway, I was in Norway, of course, not during pandemic. And the nurses came into my home and just monitored me. I felt good, that someone reached out to me and was concerned about my welfare. So that is it for the two countries when it comes to postnatal care. All other vaccination was in the health station, and that was it for my experience. My gynecologist followed me through and helped, and also came to the hospital during delivery in Canada. So it was an amazing experience, and I really wanted her. But if you don't want your gynecologist to be in the delivery room, you can just opt for any gynecologist. But for me, I loved my gynecologist. She was a very good one. And I wanted her in the delivery room. For being hands-on, I'll prefer Canada. I've been told many times that you're sent home with a lot of freebies in the US, but for Canada, because of how the government regulates the system, the baby products companies are the ones that are sponsoring all these hospitals in the US. They give them a lot of baby stuffs and they pack you and send you home a lot. But in Canada, because it's regulated by the government, you don't get those freebies from the hospital if you really want freebies. But you can register with NGOs, organizations that are very interested in women. They have a lot of them here in Canada. You have organizations that are interested in women and children. So you can register with them. They will send you a lot of baby items and for you and for your babies. They even follow up until the baby is about 3 years in Canada. Typically in Norway and in Canada, you are asked to bring all your baby items to the hospital during delivery. So you need to pack up a lot of your stuff that you're going to need for sure. But during the 3 days in Norway, I was given some baby things to use for those periods I am in the hospital, but not sent home with them. So that is it for Norway. But for Canada, you will just be given, it's 24 hours you're staying in the hospital. So of course they will give you they will wrap your baby with a diaper, they will wrap your baby with blankets, and just for your stay, but you're not sent home with anything as well. I know it's basically because of how the hospital is being regulated. So that is it for my experiences. I'm not going to say which is better or not. I think both experiences are amazing. They are good. Internationals that want to birth in Canada, that are thinking about birthing in Canada or US, I will say it depends on you. But when it comes to expenses, when it comes to costs, I think it will be wiser for you to choose Canada because of their bills are integrated into one, and it's easier for you to just pay off in Canada. In US, different bodies, are responsible for different phase, like the pediatrician, the gynecologist, the delivery. There are different bodies, so you need to like source for those different services, and yeah, you pay for them differently as well, and I hear they can be very expensive. So basically, I think these are my experiences. I didn't have any weird experience birthing in these two countries. So yeah, thank you so much guys for coming in and listening to me. If you have any question, please don't forget to comment down below. Please don't just come here and view and leave. Just subscribe to my channel. In one way or the other, you benefit from this channel. Hit the like button, subscribe please, and yeah, thank you so much for staying to the end. I appreciate you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.